Hello everyone, we have Kevin Goebel with Plyco here, showing us how to put together one of their 24-inch cupolas.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to assemble a 24-inch cupola like Eric mentioned. What we've got here are all components for a pre-assembled base along with the assembled cupola that we'll show you at the end of our completion here. This is my second cupola I've put together, so this should be a thrill for all of us. So what we've got here is the pre-assembled base, the end flashing that provides you the base. This base is made to a specific pitch of the roof. This one happens to be a 412 pitch. We can go up to a 612 on this particular style. Comes with the fasteners for mounting purposes. Then as we go across the floor here, we've got the different components for the actual cupola itself. So we've got the corner covers that actually hold the sides together. This happens to be a louvered cupola we're doing today. They're actually available with windows or lights in them also. Then we've got our roof panels along with the seamers that you'll see as we assemble that connect the roof sections together. Putting the sidewalls together for the 24-inch cupola. You actually stand it, the lip that you see on here is actually the top, but you do need to invert it and have that down to start the process. This is got a pre-notch here, just make it a little bit narrow at the top to start the corner post. Be careful, there's sharp edges throughout the whole top of the corner post. A proper contractor would wear gloves. That's the toughest part, is getting that first one put together. Then all you need to do is do the same thing on the other two sides. At that point, then you just flip over the sidewalls. We're going to start with the roof panels. We are now going to start by assembling the roof panels. These panels, there's 4 panels of course in the roof. They come with a protective film that we've already removed from this for the video. All you've got a lip that will be at the bottom edge of the roof panel, and that is going to actually interlock with the side lip that we've got on each side of the wall panels. So just by starting it in there and slide across. That's what we got for one panel. Grab a second panel. Do the same thing for the opposite side. So you'll see these two tab on each side. Those tabs just offset to give it structural strength in the corner of the roof panel. As those go together, just interlock them, tuck them behind like that. Then we can take a seam, which is a piece like this. It's got a square flush end on one side and a notched out. The notched out end does go to the peak. All you need to do is just slide it right over the hem, interlocking the two panels together. Okay, on the notch up top here, you actually just flush out where the step is, right with the edge of the roof panel there. Then you grab a third panel and do the same steps across the third panel. And interlocking the two tabs that you've got at the end. And again, grabbing one of the seamers. You can go from top or bottom. squeeze the bottom corners together, you'll just slide on a little easier for you. Again, stopping right at that point. Prior to putting the fourth and final panel on, you need to put the ridge cap on it. So what we've got here is all it will take is a 7/16 socket, this metal plate, and the ridge cap. So these are the components that you need. All you need to do is hold the plate underneath and line up the holes, and basically just thread these right into the plate. There's no nuts at the other end, so it's a fairly simple application. If you're a little bit too tall in these things, just slide them down a little bit. But you're just going to snug it up for now, so you're not going to secure it tightly yet. Then the next step will be to put the fourth and final panel on the roof. You're going to do this one a little bit different. You're going to actually have to get up underneath and actually somewhat pull it into the channel versus sliding it from the end of the other panels installed. If everything else fails, you go to the end. And once again, we're going to slide on these sides, either top or bottom like I mentioned. You have to make sure this is inside the cap. And the fourth and final spline. Then we've got the last bolt to put in the ridge. That should all be lined up now, which it is. That completes the cupola. The only other option that we have left here that we've came is actually a weather vane, which is a needle in this case. This weather vane would actually just move this cap in the center here, and it just threads in and the two directional pieces get connected. Okay, we'll go over the flashing that goes along with the pre-assembled base. You'll have two pieces of metal that are pre-notched, and all this is a piece of flashing. This upper lip would actually go underneath the ridge and then go over the peak of your roof as you're installing. So that is actually just the flashing to avoid water from penetrating back underneath the cupola. Then your ridge cap would go on from there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually take the cupola and just pretend that we're up on the roof, and we're setting the cupola on top of the base. That's basically all it is to get it installed on top. Then you do have the fasteners here, which would connect the upper cupola to the base. They're pre-colored to match the side walls. Then we've got the weather vane. We've taken the time already to actually just put the one screw. This whole construction only took two tools. We've got a 7/16 socket and a Phillips screwdriver to take care of this, to assemble the cupola, or the weather vane, I'm sorry. And then this just will thread right into the top. One note I'd like to make about the weather vane is it's all gravity to get your directional going with the wind, so it's actually just a gravity set right on top of there, and that's will stay in place. Then you can actually just set your direction based off of how your building is positioned. And that actually completes the construction of a 24-inch cupola from Plyco.